Good evening, all.
Ma'am, we are
This
live
is
now.
Good evening, all. This is Flora Dietitian from Oasis Fertility. I welcome you all for the FB Live. Today, we are going to talk about diet for PCOD, polycystic ovary syndrome. Okay. So, first of all, diet and lifestyle modification are the primary treatment approaches for the PCOS. Improving your diet can prevent further medical complications, boost fertility, and optimize your health. Here, what you need to know about the nutrition in PCOS. Nutritional intervention in PCOS is mainly is for lifestyle management. So, nutritional intervention, you need to change your lifestyle modification. That mainly has three factors like diet, exercise, and the counseling is more important. These are the three various very important factors you need to introduce yourself. So in diet management for the PCOS and the woman might be like overweight or obese. So nutritional intervention is very important in your day-to-day life. So I am sure that uh, with the PCOS, you have been any kind of question there raising in your mind, like, do I need to follow the diet? With the diet, can I lose my weight, or should I follow my exercise? So today we're going to talk about diet and exercise, higher levels of insulin, maintaining a healthy weight. So mainly it depends on the high levels of insulin. Okay, maintaining a healthy weight is important in the PCOS. So knowing the right food, what are you eating? So it is important to know what kind of foods you have to take it, and foods to limit can improve it. Limitation can improve your lifestyle management. So help to lose weight. Okay, look how many kilocalories and what to follow and what not to follow. It is important to know like how to lose your weight. Okay, eating well, staying active, and maintaining is what we need for a healthy weight. So, what is PCOD diet? Like PCOS diet, a well-planned PCOD diet contains many macro and micronutrients. Like macronutrients, like it is like it plays a major role for the calories and the fat, what we want in our daily life. So fats like macronutrients like which makes you full, okay, and micronutrients are like very tiny vitamins and minerals which are easily digested. But macronutrients are like which stays longer for the longer time in your and which is more important to make your self to fuel your energy. Okay, so you have to take like fats, carbohydrates, and proteins plays a major role in your controlling symptoms of PCOS. Like you need to know the consumption and you need to know the control, like how much you have to take in your diet. Fat should be around 30% of total calories of your meal. Okay, healthy eating habits can elevate your PCOS symptoms. So always make sure you have to choose a healthy eating to elevate the symptoms. Okay, the basic what we're gonna talk about is choose a high quantity, high fiber carbohydrates. Like it is like high quantity means like PCOS. It's nothing but insulin. Okay, the insulin is what it carry your glucose to the cell to make it an energy. Okay, so it is important. The more insulin in your body, the more the androgen hormone gets more, so that you may put on your weight. The more hunger peaks will go up high, so you may feel hunger very soon. So as the high quality, it has the high insulin levels in the body. So you need to always prefer a hypocaloric diet. Okay, so you have to see whether it is same as like the diabetic diet. You need to follow it like high protein and high fiber in your diet. You need to cut down the carbohydrates well, and eating a well balanced diet. Well balanced diet means choosing um, all the from a different food groups. You have to take it well balanced diet. It's like you have to collect from the carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, and dietary fibers, good fat, and you need to also add. You have to check for the water level also. Okay, following a consistent routine, a regular meal time is very, very important. Not taking a heavy meals. Okay, you have to make it a habit of taking like every 2 or 3 hours in between. Also, not depending only on a basic on a high main meals. Okay, you have to choose and you have to make a plan. Like you have to make a schedule, like when to eat and when not to eat. Okay, choose nutrient foods which are like important for the vitamin D, vitamin B, selenium, and magnesium. Also can inhibit the PCOD symptoms. Okay, so let's talk about what is insulin. What do I need to know about the insulin and the carbohydrates? Yes, the insulin plays a very important role in the PCOD. So you have to cut down the simple carbohydrates. Okay, the foods immediately the insulin levels goes up high immediately after you eat. So as the glucose levels go up high, so you have to always choose which are more in whole processed foods. Okay, so whole grains you have to. The carbohydrates are found in grains like such as snacks and other food also. In all the foods we have the carbohydrates, but you have to see like in what you need to be selected, what foods are to be taken. So there are two types of carbohydrates, like simple carbs as well as complex carbohydrates. Complex carbohydrates, which makes you feel full, okay, and high in fiber, and which is slow in digestion. Okay, so provide consistent energy throughout the day. Okay, the whole ones, like if you're taking brown bread, if you're choosing a brown rice or quinoa or oats, you have to go with the high fiber food, which makes your which makes slow in digestion. That you need to be choose, and which is more helpful. That which goes slow in the digestion. That will make in less insulin resistance. So the simple carbs like easily get digested, and insulin goes up, shoots very up very soon. So it always do not choose simple carbs which gets easily digested. Okay, like which is processed, like white rice or white bread kind of, or the soda which is visible in the picture there. So always which makes you digest it easily and you feel hunger soon. So eat pure carbs which makes your blood glucose and insulin go hand to hand. It's like glucose and the insulin go to hand together to gives you fuel to your body, which gives you energy to your body. So the main thing is dietary treatment is lessen the insulin secretion in the body. So always choose less carbohydrates, almost 20 to 30% of your plate, and increase the portion size with the other food groups like protein, fats, and vegetables. So smaller portions of the carbohydrates is very, very important, and that too not the simple carbs, you have to go with complex carbohydrates. Eat more of plant-based, okay, which plant-based, which gives you lot of vitamins and minerals from your plant-based, like all the fruits, all the vegetables, and whole grains, which come from the plant-based. So the smaller portion you take, which gives you feel full and gives you fewer calories. Okay, fiber is not easily digested, so automatically slow downs in the digestion, and automatically your insulin gets slow in the process. So high fiber diet is very important and also linked, which makes you full and it gives you more satiety for the longer times, and which will help you for the weight loss also. So plant sources we get from is based on the whole foods plant-based diet that we get from the legumes, whole grains, vegetables, fruits, green leafy vegetables, and high fat and whole foods. Okay. So next is pair always carbohydrates with the protein. So you have to fill your plate with the lesser carbs, more of vegetables, more of protein in the diet, so that lean protein is very, very important to increase your muscle strengthening, as well as it is important to fight against the antioxidants. So it is very important. The smaller amount of the unprocessed carbs and lean protein, which comes from the fish and chicken, okay, and little of fat. Okay, don't stick always to the red meat. Increase the satiety and holds the blood sugar steady, and which is important. And which also the lean fat, which has low in fat and which is very good for your healthy heart, and good fats which is available in the avocados, flax seeds, canola oil, and all kind of almonds, walnuts, which we get good fat. So always choose a very good fat instead of going with the bad fats. Okay, and good fats always benefits to both cholesterol levels as well as insulin sensitivity. So eat a smaller meal kind of. Always prefer, as I told you, do not go with to bigger plate like that. So always spread out your day with a having every second early or third early, and start your day early and end up your day. Finish up your breakfast by 8:30, and make sure you have, which is more and not processed one, which is a whole one. So snack out over the day. Always choose your fruits or snacks, which always choose fruits in your snacker time. Do not use fruits for your main meals. Okay, over hungry leads to overeating. Yes, obviously, when we overeat, we'll put on weight. So overeating is not at all good. So don't give a longer gap to make yourself eat more. Okay, eating smaller amount of food is very, very important. So make sure you always plan a scheduled diet, make a timing, okay, and finish up your breakfast before 8 or before 9, or finish off your lunch by 1 o'clock. In between breakfast and the dinner, have one cup of green tea or fruits or nuts. In that way, you need to be have it, and make sure you have your lunch by 1 and finish up your dinner by 8. And before you go to bed, you have to have at least 3 hours of gap after your dinner. Okay, and make sure you exercise it whole day. You have to be make sure you have to exercise it, and it is important in your PCOD, like the main meals. Okay, after the main meals, when you walk, your insulin will work go well, and it will does not gives you the more this one. So you have to make sure that you have to walk it to cut down the calories. Very, very important. The burning of more calories is very important in the PCOS. So always check your portion sizes. So how much are you eating? So always in this plate, we are seeing everything is like almost the bread is there, okay, the egg and the avocado spread and the apple, which is less in number, but calories we have to always check. The more the portion size increases, automatically the calories will go up high. So always see, if you're taking 3 cups of pasta and 1 cup of pasta, do not choose for almost 3 cups of pasta. Okay, only 1 cup of pasta, which makes you happier that you are having a pasta. Okay, and always if you want to go with the junk, or you want to have one samosa, 2 samosa, always do not choose a 2 samosa kind of. Go with 1 samosa, and make sure you have to compensate it somewhere else. Either you have to balance in somewhere other meals. Okay, always check for the portion sizes. Okay, if you're having 1 bowl of ice cream and you wanted to go for another scoop, so do not do it. So there is a limitation. It only depends on the mood that you have to maintain it. You have to be stick like only 1 cup of ice cream, that is sufficient. I have to be sufficient with the 1 scoop of ice cream. That's it. So this is how you have to plan accordingly. So how to plan your meals in a PCOS? The foods to be included, foods to be avoided, meal plan and aim of the diet. You so includes all the vegetables, okay, all the vegetables, and there is a starchy and non-starchy vegetables too. So the starchy vegetables like potato, yam, and all, which gives you more of carbohydrates. From all the food groups except protein, we get almost 80% of the carbohydrates. Okay, so always prefer your vegetables. From the different food groups you need to include it. So vegetables, you have to include protein and high fiber diets, nuts and seeds, and healthy oils. Okay, healthy oils depends on the consumption, how much you're using. Okay, you're eating too much of fat, which is not at all good. Okay, which will put on the weight, and it is not at all good for your heart. Okay, foods to avoid: sugars, which gives you high in calorie, refined sugars, and processed foods, and saturated fats, and high calorie meals. Okay, high calorie meals like having in a evening snack time, if you're having pizza, and immediately around 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock, if you're having your dinner with a heavy meal, which is making to add up your calories. Okay, so if you're having a pizza, you can cut down your meal. You can break your dinner instead of breaking completely breaking out your dinner. You can add up one fruit there, so that you need to check your calories. How much calories are you taking in a day? Okay, meal plan: smaller meals, as I told you, to make it not to be eaten too much for a longer time. And the frequent meals is very, very important. Okay, plenty of water. Either your water can you consumed in the form of coconut water or lemon juice, any kind of juices, but juices with the fiber, without with pulp and no sugars to be added in that. Then juices are preferably taken. And watch on the glycemic index. Okay, the more foods which stays for the longer time in your stomach is gives you like a glycemic index. Do not go with a low glycemic index foods. Always choose a high glycemic index foods, which is very important in the PCOS. Restrict the quantity of the food. Yes, I said you the portion sizes. As I'm giving the examples of pizza and your dinner, as I'm giving the examples of the ice cream scoops, how much are you preferring? So it depends on the quantity of food, how much are you taking? Okay, aim of the diet. Doing all this, okay, is when you doesn't get the result, it doesn't work out for you. So always put a aim, put a goal, like how to plan it, how to do it. If you're doing it, make sure that you have to lose your weight. Okay, or else you have to check your sugar levels also. Insulin is very, very important. So aim of the diet. Avoid fastings. Do not give a longer gaps. Okay, there are so many different kinds of diets what we have now, like keto diet we have, intermittent diet we have, but in a PCOS we have to have it every second hourly, so that insulin doesn't go up high, like androgen level doesn't goes up high. So make sure, do not fast. Okay, so always to avoid constipation, you need to include all the fruits and vegetables and whole food, like okay, oats, which gives you whole fibers. Fiber food is very, very important to avoid constipation, and reduction of the androgen levels, as I'm telling you. So which gives you which stays for the longer time in your stomach. That is more important to decrease the androgen levels, and weight reduction is very important to see all this. And foods to eat. So now let's see like what to eat. The complex carbohydrate, not the simple carbs. We should not eat. Go with the complex carbohydrate, which are like quinoa. Always quinoa can be preferably go with in the form of in the dinner base, and then you make it in the form of upma, or else in the form of rice, adding of more of dals to it, protein to it, like all kind of protein, like plant-based protein or animal-based protein, or brown rice instead of taking the white rice, which is stayed for the longer and makes you full easier. And beans and legumes, okay, and all the corn, peas, and white and the sweet potatoes, okay. And lean protein, as I told you, chicken. Tofu is like a soya based paneer, which has more and protein content and less in fat content, and salmonish fish. Okay, and antioxidant rich diet, which is more important to boost up your energy. So always immunity should be like always in the boosting. May always choose the berries, all the fruits and vegetables which are more rich in antioxidants. So healthy fat. So healthy fat, which is important for your good fat. So always choose olive oil, walnuts, almonds, cashews, chia seeds, flax seeds, sunflower seeds, and avocado. Okay, as you take a good fat, your bad cholesterol will come down. So, which is more important to lose up your weight. So, foods to avoid it. Refined carbohydrates, okay, which is well processed, which should not be taken in your daily diet, which is more well polished, that should not be taken. So white rice which is well polished should not be encouraged because it gets easily digested and the insulin levels may go up high. So always do not choose which are processed foods. All cut down the refined carbohydrate like white rice, the pasta, bread, cookies, candies, chocolates, which are more in calories and high in processed one, and sugar-based protein bar, which are more in sugars like more than 10 to 15 grams to be avoided, and chips. All potato is always, anyways, it's a starchy carbohydrate. Then you need to be avoided. Then saturated fat like butter, red meat, cream, oil, and cheese. Okay, to be avoided. And sugar beverages. Again, the simple carbohydrates like sweetened juices, the sodas, all kind of sodas, the Pepsis, thumbs ups, and also need to be avoided. And sweet teas, like nowadays we are getting so many kind of cold teas, like herbal teas, which is made up of the cream and all, to be avoided. Fruits which are in high in heavy syrups, artificially like crushes what we are getting out there, so to be should be avoided. And sweetened milk should be also be avoided. So always make sure your health and the glycemic index, as we are seeing in this, as the glycemic chart, the glycemic uh, levels, high glycemic levels goes up high, release energy quickly, and feels you hunger sooner, and you eat more. Okay, so the glycemic foods which makes you release your energy slowly and feels full for the longer time, and you eat less. So always prefer to the every do not stick to the only one meals or refined products, but always choose the foods which are paired with fiber or which is paired with the protein. So always make sure you take less carbohydrates so you can reset your eating habits. Okay, and I have a PCOS and I cannot lose weight, and a PCOD diet can help. Yes. See, PCOD diet is like PCOS, which is achievable, but it should be, you should know that how much are you taking around, what is your diet are you following, which kind of a diet are you taking it. And not only diet, weight loss can be happen through the exercise. The physical activity is more important. The main thing is the lifestyle modification should be there by yourself. So gradually and slowly, due to the hormonal imbalance, the inflammation and blood sugars issues be associated in the PCOS. To reach up your weight goals, always work out with your doctors to determine if the medication that to be improve the insulin sensitivity are the right for you or no. So always medication, a good diet, and activity, physical activity is more important, and to lose up your weight. Okay. Still, I need. What should I still to follow the PCOS diet if I am not overweight? See, not all are overweight with the PCOD, and some people are lean. They have the PCOD symptoms, as well as who are obese also, they do develop their depends on the hormones. Okay, all not all the women with the PCOS are overweight or obese. Okay, oversensitive to effects, which is mainly effects on the insulin, resulting in the excessive androgen production. So even if you're not overweight, by eating a well balanced diet, which is important to decrease the effect on the insulin production to your ovaries. Okay. PCOS and the fertility. Yes. And which is more important now, the nutritionist can create a well balanced and a high quality and whole food and high fiber PCOD diet that meets all your needs. It depends on the how much calories are you taking, how much of protein are you taking. It depends only on how much weight are you gaining at. So it depends on the person to person, like how to divide all your calories and the protein, how much of the fat are you taking. To know it is very important. So improving your diet can improve your likely motherhood of being pregnant. So make changes in your diet. Okay, achieving weight can facilitate pregnancy, decrease the maternal risk once the pregnant, the miscarriages and prevalences. So a well balanced diet is very very important to make up your mindset. So your personal meal planning guide. This is what you have to guide yourself, and you have to plan accordingly. You have to get set a goal and set well. We should get organized. So check whether should be are you taking in a proper way. What is your schedule? That is important. Your time schedule is very very important. Select the multiple protein foods. Okay, always prefer protein based food instead of taking more of carbohydrates one. Incorporate the fruit as a snack, not or a dessert. As I told you, like do not take your fruits for your main meals, like or breakfast or lunch or dinner. Always choose fruits in between your meals to make sure that you're having it every second hour. Okay, choose a variety of vegetables. Always, uh, as the quote says, have a rainbow diet. Okay, choose a variety, colorful. You can choose all kind of vegetables. Okay, choose a rainbow diet. It should be there. The rainbow plate should be there every day. Choose a high quality of starchy foods. Okay, as which is more important, like all the vegetables, all the carbohydrates gives you the statue which stays for the longer time and which makes you full easier. And embrace your healthy fats. Yes, try to start include in your diet like olives, like avocados, like almonds, walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds, which are very good in omega-3 fatty acids, which is good in fat. Always stay active, which is very important. Always make sure that set a goal like do exercise. Exercise is another key factor of improving of your to maintain a well balanced body weight. Okay, which is more important to improve your ovulation, which is important, and increase the insulin sensitivity and aids in fat burning, and lifestyle counseling is also important. Always so 80% is the diet, what you have to follow it in a daily basis, and 20% is what physical activity, how much are you doing? It depends. Like if you're taking a high calorie and a high calorie, high fat food, and when you're burning the same calories there, it is like it is you're not burning up your fat there. You have to make sure you cut down all the fat contained and low carbohydrate diet, which and high protein and high fiber, and then start exercising so that you can see some changes in your weight loss. But eating up a high calorie food and doing some exercises, it is like you're balancing your weight there. You're eating up your calories and you're burning the same calories. Around 500 calories of pizza and you're burning the same day 500 kilocalories. It's like you're balancing the same way. You will be like the same weighing the same weight in a whole month or a whole week. So make sure you cut down all the fatty foods or high carbohydrate foods, and start doing the exercises. Exercises are also important, like how many minutes of exercises are you doing? What kind of exercises are you doing? Only the 60 minutes of walking it doesn't sufficient. Depends on the weight, how much you are. See, it depends on the person to person. It depends again. We need to differentiate the calories, how much should be burn and how much calories you have to take. Always consult a dietitian to know that how much are you eating, how much you have to eat. So make sure you have to set a goal and plan it accordingly. And main thing is you have to lifestyle modification is very very important. So any queries? Thank you. Any doubts? Any questions? So is egg good for people with PCOD? Yes, egg is good amount of protein you can include in the PCOD diet. It depends, will change in my diet regularize the menstrual cycle. Yes, or of course there is. See, it is important to go with your how much of your protein, how much of that is what I have said you the should, to know up your calories and protein to well balanced diet is very important. So low calorie and high fiber, high protein diet, which will change your hormones easily. Depends on the good medication what are you taking, and lifestyle modification is very important to change up your diet and regularize your menstrual cycle. Always make sure there should be a lifestyle modification. Is green tea good for you? Yes, green tea is good. It is not good for the PCOS. It is good. Green tea is good for the antioxidant. You can include to boost up your into immune boost. You can go with the green tea. It is good in antioxidants, so you can include in your daily diet. So, ma'am, delay in periods can cause any serious issues as women in the elderly age as what is the normal period cycle. So, delaying periods which can, yes, normal period cycle, it can be up to 28 days to 30 days, depends on the cycle how much you are. And we have to check out like there are some you need to consult your doctor to make sure to know of what is the delay in your periods. Firstly, you have to know that what is the cause that which is you're not getting your cycles there, and meeting up your doctor can help you out there. And other from this diet relatedly, you have to go with a well balanced diet, which can a doctor and dietitian can help you out there to get your normal period cycle. Ma'am, delayed in periods for more than 2 months or a longer time, what changes can take place, how to cure it? Say, this is also the same. See, if you're not getting, you will be knowing like that there will be in the body like hormonal changes will be developed. So, to know what it is there in your body, first make sure to know that what is the cause which is delaying your periods, and then why is the cycle are you not getting it. Always make sure to know the cause firstly, and to meet up your doctor is very important, and changes in your diet is very important, and being active is more important. Okay. Ma'am, weight gain and bulk size can create issue in pregnancy. Can be able to cancel it. So weight gain and size, yes, weight gain is like you issue in the pregnancy it can develop, because in a pregnancy you need to there should not be overweight there, and you cannot gain weight in your pregnancy. So there is a limitation in your pregnancy, like you cannot gain more than 10 to 12 kgs there. So gaining weight, it depends like there is you if you are gaining almost 3 kgs or 4 kilos in a month, it is not a good weight. Okay, you have to check how much hormonal changes are you going on. If you're gaining weight, make sure you have to cut down all the calorie food and high fat food, and go with a meet up your dietitian and check. Please do check your calories and how much of protein you have to add up in your diet. Vegan diet doesn't. Should I need to try a vegan diet for a PCOS? So vegan diet is not only from the vegan diet you get only more of vitamins and minerals, but the important thing is you have to get a balanced, well balanced and well nourished diet. So try to, it is not like the vegan diet or keto diet or intermediate diet. It, as I told you, it is not a particular diet what you have to follow for the PCOS. No, you have to go with a lifestyle modification. Again, what I'm trying to tell you is like diet, balanced diet, which you have to meet from all the food groups is the quantity of the consumption, which is important. And there is no particular diet, only the vegan diet or the keto diet, which doesn't work for the PCOS. There should be always a well balanced diet. What is the best diet for the PCOS to lose weight? Always prefer high protein, high fiber, and low carbohydrate diet to lose your weight. So, any other queries? So, thank you all. So, stay tuned for the next video, next live session. And please do, if you have any doubts or any, if you want to meet up a dietitian, please do call us to the numbers which have been displayed on the screen. Thank you all.